The final whistle blows in Miami, and the scoreboard confirms the damage. Scotland has suffered a crushing 3-0 defeat to Brazil. In any previous World Cup, the math for this moment was brutally simple. A blowout loss in your final group match meant you packed your bags, boarded a flight home, and watched the rest of the tournament on television. But in 2026, the rules have changed. Scotland has not been eliminated. Instead of heading to the airport, the team heads back to their hotel to watch games being played on other continents, hoping a specific string of results will keep their tournament alive. This chart shows exactly why the tournament is now caught in limbo. FIFA expanded the field from 32 teams to 48 nations, competing across 104 matches, spread into 12 separate groups. 12 groups do not fit neatly into a symmetrical knockout bracket. To make the math work, the new format carves out 8 additional slots for the best third-place finishers, allowing mathematically weaker teams to scrape through based on goal differential and total points. What was once an athletic contest of win or go home has morphed into an excruciating waiting game. Survival depends entirely on the failures of strangers thousands of miles away. That best third-place rule creates severe anxiety for the teams waiting in their hotels. It also completely warps the incentives on the pitch during the final days of the group stage. Take the Match Day 3 clash between Algeria and Austria. Both teams know a 0-0 draw guarantees a ticket to the knockouts. If either attacks, they risk elimination. But if both simply pass sideways for 90 minutes, they survive. Football has seen this happen before. In 1982, West Germany and Austria essentially stopped playing after 10 minutes because a 1-0 result benefited them both, a negotiated truce so infamous it is remembered as the disgrace of Gijón. The 48-team bracket actively encourages that exact behavior. It punishes middle-tier teams for taking competitive risks in Matchday 3. While the math breaks down at the margins, expanding the tournament does deliver exactly what FIFA promised, a wider margin for error that gives smaller nations a genuine lifeline. South Africa secured their first-ever trip to the knockout phase with a 1-0 upset over South Korea. Under the old system, they may not have even qualified for the World Cup, but here they capitalized on the expanded field to make history. But that same expansion has a secondary effect. To let more teams in, the talent pool in the group stage is diluted. The traditional football giants are taking full advantage of the mismatch. Instead of facing intense, tournament-ending pressure in Week 1, the game's elite veterans are using these lopsided early marches to casually pad their career statistics. Cristiano Ronaldo netted twice against Uzbekistan, cementing his dominance by scoring in a record-breaking 6th World Cup. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi scored a brace against Austria, shattering the all-time World Cup scoring record with 18 total goals. The expansion has fractured the World Cup into 2 parallel realities. For the global middle class of football, it is a desperate, math-driven fight for survival. For the elite, it is a historical victory lap. Which brings us back to Scotland, sitting in their hotel rooms, refreshing their phones. The delay is emotionally draining, and the logistics are even worse. The coaching staff has to book travel, reserve training pitches, and prep their players for a round of 32 match without actually knowing if they are playing in it, where it will be held, or who they will face. It is an exhausting reality, one endured by veterans like Mexico's Guillermo Ochoa, whose record-tying 6th World Cup appearance highlights just how long and grueling this stretched tournament really is. When FIFA chose to add 16 teams to the bracket, they accepted a clear trade-off. They guaranteed more games, more broadcast revenue, and more nations participating on the world stage. But they sacrificed the clean, brutal clarity of the format. They traded the immediate heartbreak of the final whistle for the slow, agonizing torture of the spreadsheet.